Hi, it's Cassandra, and I'm here making a video on how you can get started on your best 2015. Right about now, lots of people are flailing around with their goals and finding that the resolutions that they set on January 1st are not things that they can complete. So even for myself, this past month has been so busy. We're at the end of January 2015. I haven't made many videos in that time. So I'm back to share. I did hear that my videos are going out to more and more people and that they are helping people combat their loneliness. So even people who are not really interested in self-care, self-promotion, self-worth, self-esteem, which are my topics, even people who aren't interested in those topics, they are watching my videos and it's keeping them company. So hi people, I don't actually get to meet you or know who you are or even to know your names, but hi to those new people who've just caught on to watching my videos. So what I like to do in most of my videos is start with something natural. This is something, this is an arrangement that I made red on red. And that's something that you'll notice in my artistry if you look through my blog, that I like to use light colors together. So there's a little bit of dark red, there's a little bit of light red, but monochromatic palettes are something that I really like. I also use a lot of black and white photography and pastel products, pastel palettes. So here are some really great tips on how to jumpstart your December 2015. So right now we're at January. On my blog you can find my fill in the blanks 12 month calendar. And the idea is filling it in. Scheduling fun, scheduling things that you'd like to do, scheduling completion of goals. So what I'd like you to do is to go ahead, skip ahead to December 2015 and schedule in, maybe on a blank sheet of paper, because the box is small on my printout, but on a separate piece of paper you could write December 2015. Here are some things that I'm going to do and put in place already. Then I'm jump starting. Then I'm jumping ahead, taking care of more. This is for the controlling people. The controlling people who want to have a head start on everything. So I myself am not a major planner, but seeing things around me and jotting down notes now is going to remind me for December 2015. Because by that time I will have forgotten everything that I needed to do or planned to do and didn't do now. So writing it down is so important. At a recent workshop, I was mentioning another trick that I do. Anything that I'm not getting done, I highlight it. And then I look back through the week, and then I look back through the month. What didn't I do? Then I can reschedule those things, and I can also see what my scheduling productivity is like. So that is a great idea because most people don't do that. That's what I learned in the workshop, that most people don't really track how much they're getting done. So we are moving ahead to 2015. We're going into the future and things are about to get stressful, but we pull out our list from now and we are going to write some things down. Hopefully you'll get some takeaways from this video. So carnations are a very inexpensive way to decorate. I got several bunches. These were actually a gift from a friend, but she came to a recent lunch party. I wanted to say dinner party, but it was a lunch party, and she brought me this beautiful bouquet. So this is what a bouquet of carnations can look like. They don't look like a lot sometimes in the store because of the way they grow. They grow like a 3-prong in a strange way, so they don't look like a grouping of roses, but you can do this. On a future video, I don't want to make promises I can't keep, but I will show you, might show you how to do this. It's not hard. It's very, very easy. Okay, so I really hate making promises I can't keep, so I'll just show you right now. So we could have postponed this to a future video, but we're not. So what I have is little groupings, and I'm moving my nails away, and I've secured them with masking tape. On my blog, you'll see other things like braiding flowers, and you'll see how I use this technique. I like bunching flowers together like this, and I am destroying this display now. But 3 little bunches come together, and there are different sizes on purpose to make it irregular. That's what my master teacher would always say. Don't make it like a photograph. Don't make it so symmetrical. Make it irregular, make it interesting. Give the eye space and lines to travel around. So if I was to now draw this, it's an interesting shape. It's not a total cone. That's the design for this one. I do like designs with a total cone, but this is really well done with the shape. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Now, I will warn you new people that on my videos, there is an element of narcissism in some people's opinion. And then in other people's opinion, it's just self-sharing. It's part of self-care for me to share with you. I know about this. So some people could be like, Cassandra is very self-centered. She's very into herself. I have heard that from family members in the past, to which I say, well, but I really know myself. So being self-centered is one thing. It borders on selfishness where you're all me, 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 me. But I have a philosophy, and it's called sparkle-centered living. Yes, the word centered is in there, and it's about being very centered, being very centered with your alignment, pulling all the chaos in your life into alignment. And if that means expressing yourself, sharing who you are with people, then there's nothing wrong with that. Because we need more of that. Because as I mentioned, there are many lonely people there. Very early on in my spiritual studies, that's one of the things that I was told that I could really help people with, is pulling them out of that sense of loneliness and disconnection that they feel. Even if they live in communities full of people, there are many people in our world who are feeling disconnected, feeling like they don't belong. So that is part of my soul work. It's part of my work on the planet to do that, to pull people out of this sense of disconnection and say that we really are all one species as human. We really are all one grouping, and we should act that way and treat each other that way. I'm lucky to live in a place where people are very kind to each other. People say hi, people ask about my dog, they'll start conversations, and that's okay here. The permission to be nice exists here where I live. When I go to work out, I go to a leisure center, I'm very, very lucky to be surrounded with so many wonderful, friendly people. it isn't everywhere that you find this situation. So even for my aunt, she's now going through some breast cancer related issues. So I'm very sad to report that, because many of you have read my chapter in the book, Pebbles in the Pond, the first one, and might have wondered about that. But so that is a growing issue. Very, very sad to know. But she doesn't have a leisure center where she can go, because I was saying go to your local leisure center. And I know many of you watching these videos, you don't have a local leisure center. But if you do, find it and sign up for some classes, because it's an excellent deal. So I do live in Canada, where these things are provided by the government. These things are planned by towns. Could it be better? There's always better. But it is really good. It is a really good value if you go all the time and you enjoy the classes. That's even better. So these smell so good. They're adding a natural element to this video. And I'm going to move this off and show you something else that you can now write down. But I did use this Christmas. These are shortbread cookies. They have my business card attached. Very simple, no wrapping paper. Now I love wrapping things, and children love wrapping. So what I would recommend is buying wrapping paper now. Buy wrapping paper now, buy bows now. Everything is on sale. Now this, I should mention, is part of my Scottish heritage. So I give these. I also give oranges. I also give apples. I believe I mentioned on a previous video why, but in the Caribbean, people would get a slice of apple. In my family, the children would get a slice of apple, and that was a decadent, wonderful treasure. Here in North America, Canada, US, people would get oranges, the little navel oranges. So I like to give this because it's got a little bit of the shortbread. These are shortbread Christmas cookies, actually. It's a great idea. There are regular shortbread fingers, that's what they call them. These are Sable's pure butter shortbread. So they are fattening, but they are a special part of Christmas for me. So giving these out, they're a little bit of a nice treat to give out. So seeing if these are on sale throughout the year, that is a great idea, picking them up when they're on sale. Also buying them now, so you could pre-buy these if you wanted to. You might not see these again. Hopefully Walkers will make these again. I'm not afraid to promote these for free because they're a really good product. So as I mentioned, wrapping paper, bows, everything gifty is on sale right now. So previous to Christmas, before Christmas, a bag of bows at one store that I visited was $7. And now that might not seem like a big thing. You're stressed, you're busy, and you pick it up, as we did. But later, after Christmas, the same bag was 65 cents. So I bought 4 bags immediately, seeing the difference in price. So 4 times 65, I'm not the greatest with math, so I'm going to round up to $4. With tax, $4 versus $24. Now I did that math previous to the video. I know I don't really prepare for these videos, but that was the preparation, people. I did some math for you. So $24, that's a lot out of your whole Christmas budget that doesn't have to be, that just goes in the garbage. Another thing you can do as an eco artist, you're allowed to, I'm giving you permission to buy bows like this and reuse them. They don't have to go in the garbage. Don't feel like, oh, that's just garbage. Oh, I kind of feel bad right now, or silly or embarrassed right now about saving bows, about saving gift wrap. These bows could literally last for 10 years, reused. So I give them to my children, and we just use some of the new bows for a birthday, 2 birthdays, to decorate gift bags. It gives them something to do. So even if you're not wrapping a present, you can take a gift bag and put bows on it. And I'll let you visualize that. I don't have one of those for you. But bows are something to keep in mind that are around, that you might see for 65 cents. Get them. You're pre-saving for next Christmas. Also, red can be used for many future celebrations throughout the year. Birthdays, Valentine's Day. I will have a better video for self-promotion on Valentine's Day. But red is a universal color. Everyone likes it, and it says celebrate. It's a classic color for creativity and celebration. So another idea that I'm going to leave you with for the month of January, we did have a lot of entertaining going on here, but the idea of giving. I'm inspired by my own children, my son in particular, who's decided to, for his upcoming birthday, give some money to the Children's Wish Foundation. So he asked for some money from each family member to donate to them, because he thinks that's a very important cause, like me, and notices the things that I do for them. So how can you and what can you schedule for December 2015? How can you give? What can you do? What can you put on the calendar right now as your giving practice? And to make it easy, keep doing it every single year. So I'm hoping that this will be a tradition for my son. Maybe he'll give every year to the same charity. And that can be his little special practice, his little self-care expression for other people. Because self-care isn't only about the self. Part of how we heal, part of how we live and breathe is about giving to other people. It does involve society. It does involve others in the world. So I'm going to leave you with those ideas.